Hello. So today we're going to talk about this thing. I got a bit nerd snapped into this, so uh, kind of like a pretty like a random topic, but it was kind of like fun to try it. So what is going on? So the thing is the following. So I kind of like wrote this thing first, and then I looked for alternatives, which is not the right way to do it. But this is how you know that I was nurse net. So I basically kind of like knew about this thing. Um, so I knew about this thing. So when Pickle kind of like just like showed up, there were people who were saying this like, well, uh this whole thing was like having like a real language for your configuration. Like, why would you use that? What do you need it for? And someone is like, well, you can do stuff like GitHub Actions where you can like have a type safe definition of what is going on, right? So it's going to be like when you write pull request here, it's going to know that like the pull request actually exists and it's not like something that you made up. And when you're writing kind of like branches here, it knows that like it takes branches and like not something else, right? Not a branch. So, and it goes on and on, right? Like you can have like type safe runs on. You can have like helpers, right? It is like, oh, that's a checkout. So like for checkout, I'm passing the fetch depth, right? Anyway, so um cool thing. Cool story, bro. Uh, like a cool kind of like idea, and I always kind of like wanted to try that, and I finally did, and it ended up being like fine, but there were like issues. You need to figure out yourself what you're going to do for your like kind of like building and watching and whatnot, and you're gonna get into a position where you updated something, but like didn't run the update or whatever. So that part is kind of like a bit unsolved. But also uh also like the annoying part is that you need to have pickle installed, and it's like, okay, then you need to install their VS Code extension, which is not published to any of the like the VS Code marketplaces yet. And you also need to install their um you also need to install Java. Uh, yeah, you need to install like Java, because like for some reason, if you don't have like Java installed, it shows you the like the syntax highlighting, but it doesn't give you like the click to definition, go to definition, and all that stuff. So that was annoying. um. So then I learned about this thing. Well, not then, but like recently. So this is like a real thing. There's like this guy who's like going around like GitHub and like asking like, hey, when can we do this for real? Because apparently you can use something like this for I think GitLab and like some other ones where you can say like, oh, I don't have the YAML yet. Just like they'll call this like a binary, and I will generate you the YAML, which is like pretty cool. And again, unfortunately, not GitHub, because why would GitHub do any of that stuff? But the idea is the same, right? So like you define your thing in Kotlin, so you can have like all the type safety, right? With all the like so the uh like on push, right? So it's not just like anything random, but it's push. I think like real files look a bit more messier than this. That's if I would say so myself, I think this is a bit like not true. Yeah, so real files look more like this, right? There's a bunch of different stuff. Um, but yeah, so they still have some of those limitations of like, well, how do you know if you're like editing the right one and whatnot? But they're approaching it with like a shebang, which I think is a cool way. and all that stuff. Yeah, so I built my own. Well, when I say built, a lot of it was vibe coded, and the idea was that, like, well, if I already have like a pickle implementation, right? Can I just use that one? Can I just like ask AI to convert it to TypeScript and just like use that? Which again, like that ended up being not the hard part. The hard part ended up being like the how do you kind of like run it and all that stuff. So here I'm using this like build script, um, where I like will go to all the like the folders, like scan it, and then I will like uh, create serializer, all that stuff. The idea is that like I want this part to be um, provided by the host application, and the idea is that like, well, if you're using Bun, you don't actually need to like install anything. Yeah, this is like completely, well, I guess like you still need to, sorry, you still need to install this one, but like this one is like pretty small and whatnot, so like that's not going to be your limitation or your problem. Um, yeah, the tricky part that is like kind of like how Pickle and Kotlin like go around a lot of this stuff is that like they will just like, oh, just like run a build script. If I'm referencing a package, just like install the package, right? Which is kind of like easier easier done in like in other languages. Dino can do that. Dino can, you can like specify that like package file, but yeah, all the other ones are going to be like struggling with that. But yeah, the idea is that like you, for Bun, you can just like specify the built-in Bun one, but like for Node, you will like provide your own like YAML serialization layer. And like the package itself doesn't have any dependencies. So I kind of like I'm annoyed of all the packages that like you install a package and it's like, well, for dev we're using Playwright, so like let me install Playwright in your Node modules. And it's like, why am I like paying for your for your dependencies? Yeah, especially like dev dependencies. Uh, yeah. Uh, Okay. Enough of the preamble, which was like 7 minutes. That wasn't that bad. So I built this thing. It kind of works. I can do things, and I will just like show how it looks. So you go to this like source. Oh no, not this source. This source. You go to this like source folder, right? And it's like, oh, I have a thing that runs on main, and it used like this one. I think like, yeah, it doesn't like give you any of the like the autocomplete because it doesn't give you autocomplete because it's like, well, technically it's just like a string. So but and like this one is like, oh, just name and working directory. So the tricky part is that like I looked in some of them, and the tricky part is like, well, do you do this, right? Do you do the kind of like the TypeScript kind of like native way, right? Or you do this that is like, well, technically my file is kind of like the same as YAML, right? I kind of like the I kind of like the fact that I can just like copy paste this and just like insert it, and it's going to give you the same output. But I realized that like technically this part could be pluggable. So like technically the like you can just like import like a different one, right? And that one could have like a camel case, and like this one could be the one-to-one one. So yeah, so this looks good. It doesn't have some of the features for the where you like import environments or whatever. So yeah, I will need to figure out all of that stuff, right? So like if you're writing something like if, right now it's like whatever it's, oh, I need to turn off my desktop sound because of all the sounding. Okay. Right, so it's like, oh, GitHub like event, right? And it's like, well, I hope that exists, right? So this is the part that like I need to figure out. I think the pickle had something for this, but I kind of like I don't remember. But yeah, the important part is like this stuff, sort of stuff, right? It's like, oh, I have like this reusable thing where it's like I need to install like this and that, right? Or I need to like check out and install Mies. And this is not part of the library. That's like this is something that like you are building yourself in like inside of this utils. So I like that part. But yeah, the can I turn this into the shebang, right? That's that's the thing that like now I wanna now I wanted to play with. Um, anyway, so kind of like on an unrelated topic, one of the things that when I was like installing Pickle and stuff, uh, it was like, oh, how do you install Pickle? And they're like, oh, just use Mies. I'm like, what's Mies? So in this project, I'm also like testing out like what Mies is, and yeah, it's pretty fun. But like I don't have it installed on this computer, so it's called Mise en Place. Uh, it goes into the svelte and vite and all that stuff, right? Just like naming things in French and making fun of everyone who doesn't know how to pronounce that. Um, all right. Uh, right. So we need to. Okay, we need to install it first. Um, which is I tried to like installing it in like a VS Code like DevTools and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, like doesn't install that long. So okay, so now presumably if I reopen my terminal, I have Mies. No, I don't. That's great. Now presumably if I restart my cursor, maybe that's when it's going to work. Mies. Nope. Okay, that's great. That's annoying. If I install it here, maybe it'll work. Installed. Oh, so it didn't. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that part. Okay, well, let's try again. Okay, now I'm starting shell instead of bash. What's going on? Yeah, this one is fine. It's just config are not trusted. Needs trust, which is a funny name. Why is it not picking up my like Okay, well, I'm not going to try to figure this out now, but let's just see if we have Mies. No, we don't. Do we have Bash? Okay, we do. Yeah, so if I start Bash, Mies. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the fun stuff about Mies is that you can do stuff like Mies run. Other than this one. You can do Mies run, and it's like, oh, here's all the tasks that you have. And it does the where is it my yeah it also does like all the oh I guess it doesn't, but it usually does all the like the bash autocomplete and all that stuff. I was using this with Zish, so maybe that's like something that I'm doing wrong, but anyway, this is not like a Mies stream, so we're not getting we're gonna get too much about it, but the part that I'm going to show is that if I start this Mies like workflow build, right? It's going to install stuff, and also I can do And also I can do like watch. Oh, it's going to be so annoying that like the autocomplete doesn't work. And also, yeah, okay. My like on this computer, this terminal is like so broken. Okay. Let me restart. What I want to do. I wanted to show Me's watch, and then like workflow build. It's going to say that like I'm missing some dependencies, which is fine because it can install it itself, right? So now I have this like watch command, and I can go to that like thing, and I can say, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 here, right? And it rebuilt the YAML file, which is that's the part that like I want to preserve. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so some chats. Hi there. I just got here. What are you trying to do? Okay, just like a tiny recap. So I got nerd snapped into making a fork of this kind of like project. But in the idea is that you write your GitHub actions in TypeScript, and then it generates a YAML for you. So because it's a TypeScript, you can do things like, oh, I want to like, uh, I want to make like a branch, like a configurable thing, right? So like for my project, we don't use main, we use, I don't know, like whatever the cool kids are using these days, right? And you can like use constants and all that stuff. The interesting part that is like kind of like why now is that the you can write it in TypeScript and like don't have the bundler or TSX, TS up, whatever the like all the things are, right? You can just run it. And of course you can run it with bond, but like even Node nowadays, like you can just run it. Anyway, so what we're going to do here is I once I like already wrote it, I looked at there's like a Kotlin version. I'm probably not going to install like Kotlin on this computer just like to see how it works. we're just going to like we're just going to look at it, and that's going to be kind of like enough. Yeah, so uh I want to like apply some of the things that they are doing, because like this one is like much bigger. That one has like I don't know, like 18 stars, right? Like this one is like 600 stars. So like this is like a much bigger kind of like project and all that stuff. Um, Technically that means I will need to write some docs and all that stuff, but yeah, not today. Okay, so what are we doing? We are uh, we are going to be just like um, I already published it on like npm, which was annoying because on npm the GHATS is taken because like someone created this one, and it doesn't have 0 downloads, but it's like, oh, I wish I didn't have to do that, but well, and it does kind of like very similar thing. It's a bit more like kind of like class based and whatnot, with this like add job, which I'm not like sold. I think the just like this one looks more like you need to kind of like run it before you can see anything, but the other one is I like that it's like very, it's like, oh, if I don't like what they're doing, I can just like I can like generate it myself. I don't know. Okay, so I think that's enough of the setup. Let's actually do it. Oh, the other thing that I didn't show about Mies is that if you have the Mies like tool installed, which I guess I don't, Mies, is that the one? Yeah, 13K. Yep. Okay. So now that I have it installed, yeah, so now I have the the run and the watch right in here, so I can like I can do the thing. So I want to do I guess I want to do the watch of this one. Okay. Um. Oh, I probably need tests. No. I need this one. Okay, interesting. It's failing. Oh, because like I didn't run I didn't run ball install yet. Okay. Yeah. So it's running. Okay. I don't know how to do like in Mies how to do like dependent like steps, right? So like it's like, oh, run bot install before tests. That would be like a cool thing, which I still don't know how to do yet. Okay. Um. So yeah, having I actually like sent like a chat GPT to like deep research and all that stuff. Is like, oh, like what is the difference? What is like compared to all the alternatives and whatnot? And it said a bunch of different stuff, but like overall I'm kind of like happy with like how mine is set up. Again, the only thing that I want to change is I want to do the thing. So the annoying part for TypeScript is that like you still need to do ts config and kind of like some sort of like a npm install bun install depending on like what the dependencies are, which is which is like somewhat annoying. But otherwise, you can kind of like just try to do it. The other thing that they're doing is that they have the file for um, the action and the file for the source kind of like right next to each other. I think this works if like every everyone has kind of like one-to-one thing, right? And the other thing that they're doing is that like they're doing this like dot main. My problem is here is like, well, it's set up Python, but like where's set up Python YAML, right? Like what does that mean? And why is it called main? Yeah, so this is a bit like annoying. Um, okay, so set up Python main. Depends on workflow, that's fine. File from repository action. Okay, so does it output to like actions? Yeah, so I'm curious where the one-to-one thing uh, starts to fail. Okay, so let's try. Uh, right, so I have set up Python main, but I wanna like why does it have to be called main? Like yeah, those are questions I don't know the answers, and this is why maybe having like Kotlin installed would have helped. Okay, we're not going to worry about that yet. So what we are going to worry about is that how am I going to test it? So I need to pick like a workflow that I think is fun enough to try. Um, I also didn't write or did I? Yeah, I didn't write the workflow that like checks that the files are matching the output. And it's interesting that like the way that they did it is that it like the action itself, like by default, will have a step that will check it. Let me check that. So it's going to check out. It's going to run the script. Oh, interesting. It doesn't check. Yeah, but anyway, so like the um how do I say right? So the first action here, right, is the action where it so like it uses checkout and then it is like this, like Grail something, right? Gradle. I keep inventing things. Okay. Right. But this is the step, right? Like the check consistency, which is like not there in the source, right? It's just like a built-in it's like a built-in thing that they do. Right? I think you can turn it off, but like, so every job every workflow will have this job of check consistency instead of like like what I did for Pickle is like I was like running it for the whole repo, and like only that can like step work breaks. But in this one, I think the way that they do it is like it like needs, right, so it needs consistency. Like it will check for consistency first before running it. So technically you're like making all of your pipelines slower, which doesn't feel like a great idea, but well, here we are. So I probably don't want to do that thing. Uh, I kind of like the idea of just like maybe like having like a built-in job that is um um the way that I was thinking about it is like you run the CLI to kind of like generate the like the do kind of like the bootstrap the setup, and like one of the jobs that's going to be generated is going to be like check that like the outputs are matching. Yeah, this goes again a bit against like how do I say it? Uh, this it is like trickier to check consistency if you don't know where all the files are. So it is going to be kind of like a bit of like best effort, but yeah, I don't want to like add needs for every job that just like feels off. Anyway, so let's try it. So our idea is that I want to change the way how we run it, and I'm going to be doing the like, hey, have the bond runner, and that also means that like I'm going to be importing the YAML kind of like right in every script, which might get annoying. That's the part that like, yeah, that's the part that is like trickier to do kind of like in TypeScript compared to other ones. And when it's just the configurations, it's kind of like not as annoying. But yeah, but you could also have like helpers that can get a lot of this stuff. Kind of, you can reuse a lot of this stuff if you just like create like a utils folder or whatever. So we'll see. Yeah. Um, so let's figure out how we want to like structure it. So where is the part that is kind of like writing the file in a sense? Oh yeah, like the other one is like the file names. Yeah, forgot about this. So I think this one is like what they do is that they will have the special like file name, and yeah, examples. Yeah, and but they also do it in the no, that's the wrong one. Dot GitHub workflows, right? No, where are they doing it? Wait, I'm so confused. Wait, so if I have release drafter, what? Okay, workflows. Yeah, okay. But the release drafter is not. Okay, that's funny. Okay, so this is how they do it. So they are doing the extension, but they are not doing the. And the idea behind the extension is that like you don't have to if you have like a utils file, you don't have to put it in like in a separate folder or anything like that, right? You could just have like a publish.ts and publish.vac.ts. Yeah. So and they are doing main. Um, I'm guessing like kind of like for the same reason. Uh, okay. So how are they doing it? So they right. So they created the workflow, but like who is like consuming the workflow? Right. And this is for their like expressions and stuff. Yeah. Which is I might have like something for it since it was like a port of like pickle, but like I don't know what I want to have. And I don't know what's the kind of like type safety around it. Okay, anyway, so and that's not the part that like I'm curious about yet. I'm more interested in the just like on a technical kind of like side, how to and also like how to publish npm and all that stuff. Like every year I'm trying to figure out what is the what is the right way of doing it. Anyway, so yeah, so this is the like the file name, but they also have like this special folder. I don't know how I feel about the special folder. I think best case scenario it kind of like should support both. And I'm curious if that's how like I should start it, because like where do you put the ts config? That's the that's the part that like that is annoying for me, right? Right, so it only includes source, but like what about workflows? Yeah, and I also don't know where they're all taking this uh uh icon from. Yeah, so what config, interesting. And there are like some other features and whatnot about this thing, so I'm not going to go into all the details. Right, so this one also doesn't watch the workflows. Yeah. Um, yeah, which is okay. So, so kind of like to make it executable. Uh, I would think that that's enough, right? Like making it executable should be enough to like to run the workflow. But also, yeah, maybe it should have the some sort of name. I kind of like the main thing because like how kind of like simple that is, and like you can get is like, oh, that's the one that like imports everything. So I think I will start with main. um the other thing that I'm not doing is like I'm not removing the files when you rename it, and I'm not even like sure how you can do it. That's why having like a like the same job being the same thing is like fun. Okay, doesn't like this one anymore. Cannot find module. You were just able to find it just fine. Why are you giving up now? Um, did I do one install? Yes, I did. Well, uh, okay. Uh, I can always just do the dot 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 src or something. Will that work? Or dot dots? Yeah. Okay. Uh, okay. So Okay, so let's make that one kind of like executable. Right. So now if I run it, like nothing happens, right? Because like the workflow doesn't have the side effect, which I kind of feel that's how it should be, but it's kind of like not going to work if it's just that. So and also I think the way that I'm doing it right now, technically you could have like multiple workflows in the same file, which I think this one also does. Where is it? This one, right? You can have like you can have all the like workflows here, right? And then yeah, so if you are exporting workflow, then you can generate files, right? But in my case, I can say, let's say that it's like uh, JHA.js workflow, and then if I like just say generate and pass this as the thing, right? And then I can also, yeah, so now it should fail because the generator is not defined. But also that means that like I can have like multiple of them in the same file, which makes that like the dot main part is not as important. But I don't know what is. I don't know what is better than main. Okay. But it also means that like I can easily create like wrappers, right? So like the generate, if I don't like how generate kind of like works, I can just oh, where am I going with this? So if I don't like the built-in generate, right, I can just write my own and just like call my own generate instead of the built-in one and share it in the folder and stuff. So okay. They're relying on the kind of like the binary approach, which I like, except for the part that like I don't know how to do that with JSR. I think I was confused. I think there is like a way, but like I always forget how to do it. Anyway, so why is Bond not installed? So we should have like the node modules thing, and in node modules we should have types Bond, right? Bond types. So why are you not doing it? Yeah. So we have the .github thing. Okay. I don't know that like it started it or whatever. Will this work now? Okay, it does. Okay, cool. Yeah. So for this generate, now I can pass the YAML stringify, right? The other thing I need to do is in the Kotlin thing, they have also like the underscore file thing. Where is it? That's the wrong one. Yeah. Yeah, so they have this like file source file thing, which is a cool way of doing it. Technically, I could probably do I could probably do like source file underscore what is it? File name? They like deprecated it at some point, so it is annoying. Right. So I could do it like that. It doesn't work like in all the Node versions and stuff. And I think they added it to Dina now. So like I could do that. Uh, the point of having it is so I can like know the like the output file names. The problem with it is that, well, uh, huh. So, so the problem is that if I want to go this whole like multiple files, right? Like I kind of like need I kind of need to know the file name. So, and putting it inside of the workflow goes again a bit against that whole idea of like um yeah. And I also want to have, yeah, so if we do this, if we do like GHA, what is it? GHATS generated, right? GHATS. So if we do this, where like the first argument is the file name, then when I'm doing generate, I still need to know the output folder, right? So can I do kind of like dot dot slash workflows, right? Like will that work? They keep uh they keep trying to to introduce a new version of the OBS, but for some reason only version 29 works for me, and I don't know if that's ever going to change. Okay, but okay, so if I have the file name, I can have also like the output, right? So like by default, if I just name it like that, I'm just like putting it in the same folder. But if I put it like that, I can support this thing where it's like, oh, you can put it anywhere. Is it like even discoverable? And should it be kind of like options, right? It's not just like one parameter, but like here's all the ways that like I want you to do this workflow. I think all the options should go into generate function. If you want to like put it in different folder and whatnot, this is probably where you do it. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious what I need the name for. Okay. Um. Okay. I'll start there. So, uh, how am I going to get around the fact that like I broke everything? Yeah, but also if I have generate, shouldn't that go just inside of generate, right? Just put it here. Um, just put it here. I think the expectation is, what if you don't set it? Can it be optional? And it's like, can choose as guess. I think I can just guess. So maybe it should be like this. Okay. Well, let's try that. And let's go to the build thing, and we kind of just want to build uh, right. So I think that's the ticket. Right. Now it needs to know about stringify. Why didn't that one needed to know about stringify? Oh, because like I was calling serializer here. Right. So that part is going to be annoying. Yeah. So I think for generate, we don't want to do that anymore. Okay, yeah. And out file, right? So should it be optional? Okay. Right. It's not like out. Yeah, it's not out file. We'll figure it out. Okay. So now, console log. So I'm calling it generate function is not defined. That's fine. I should probably like await on it or something, because it's going to be asynchronous. So await. Um, yeah. Okay. Um, how are we going to deal with the how do I know where this is, right? Because if I call it from here, then let's say process, is it CDD? Yeah. So that's the root, right? But like if I'm inside of this folder, and if I do this, right now it's dot thing. So I need to know. Yeah, that's why that like that's why that source thing was like a cool way of doing it. Huh. Right. So if you're providing this, well, even if you're not providing, like how do I know? I don't know what's the output folder. Yeah. I'm curious if I should jump on the whole like reusable generate function earlier. I like this thing that it like the generate script was like kind of like one file. You only needed to like create one file to try it out. Yeah, and basically, yeah. So like this underscore deer name, right? Like, where am I putting that one? What is wrong with just outputting to the current folder? There's nothing super wrong, but it feels a bit wrong. I can do something like um uh hmm, I'm trying to remember where that script was. Yeah, I kind of like want something like this. No, not this. Well, kind of this. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking, right? Like I can just do this, and then again, it's like if you don't like it, you don't have to run it, right? But now it's going to be the same. Okay, it's not like too much boilerplate. I think this could be fine, and it is like discoverable enough and like changeable enough that like if you want to do it differently, you can do it. Okay. Well, uh, yes. So now let's say I wanna like resolve. Um, right. What's wrong? Oh yeah. Uh, okay. So the out file. Yeah, that's fine. And then I can add. Uh, I can add join. Generated to it. Import join. And I have a file that actually exists. Okay. This is not terrible so far. And so I have the workflow and I have generate. Yeah, so this way it's like the benefit is that I don't have to have this file. I will have to have like something along this file, but I don't have to start it right away. Okay, so now can I move this file out of the? Yeah, we'll need utils. Well, that feels fine. Right, okay, so can I move this file out of the source folder and into the workflows folder? Right? So now I need to update tsconfig to include. No, it's already there. Should be, yeah, it should just work. Okay, so now we have this file, and then I don't have to provide the. Yeah, I still need the file name, right? Like I still need this. Okay, I can't call this anymore because it's in workflows now. And oh, interesting. Oh, that's not what I had in mind at all. So it's not join, it's just plus. Wait, why did it work for the other one? Did it work? Yeah, it felt like it worked. Huh. Well, I'm so confused. Okay, well, not going to question it. Okay, so now that I have this thing, and I have this generate workflow, so now I should be to have the watch. No, I don't. Okay, well, so now if I run it, uh, okay, so I need to add the build stuff now. Okay, so let's just kind of like cut it inside. Okay, so we'll need some amount of this stuff, but let's just say that later. Okay, so I don't know. I don't need this source and directory and all that stuff. So I don't need this scan anymore. So it's just going to be one file, and the arguments are going to be workflow, right? So I already know the workflow, and the other one is out file, right? So create serializer from here and stringify from parameters. And then I don't need any of that stuff. That should kind of be it. Okay. So one action workflow was generated. Okay. Yes. And did it generate it? Okay. Looks like. So now let's do 1, 2, 3. Okay. So generate 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we know that it actually works. Okay. So that's doing it. Right, so we added join and we added render. Yeah, here's if I need to call it differently, but okay. So we did the thing. We did the first step of doing the thing, and technically we can have now kind of like more than one per file, and we can get this thing into some sort of utility. Well, I guess the only point of utility is going to be so that you don't have to do this all the time. And technically, I don't have to do this all the time. I can do like bond.yaml stringify. Okay. So now I need to figure out what am I doing to make sure that the workflows are matching. I almost think that I don't know if it's said. Maybe I don't need to solve it. Okay. Well, let's just think about it. So now create a module. So it's going to be like this module. Do you have this module, by the way? I feel like I should have it, not just in README. Yeah. So let's say it's going to be README example .main.ts. Okay. So we're doing this. Why is it TypeScript not working? Okay. Right. So now I'm going to say const of workflow, maybe. Right. So that's the README. I still need to do the shebang. I guess run tests. Okay. So my problem is that this one is not going to run. I need to run something else that will actually run. Let's say it's going to be right. right. Um, Example workflow. Yeah, so this is not test, this is example job. Okay. Yeah. So this should run. So if you're talking README, we're talking create a workflow that's called workflows example dot main. Copy the thing here. Okay. Then run. I think it should be like mode and then run the thing. Can I do watch mode? I'm curious. I do like help. No. Okay. Can I run bun run? Yes, I can. Watch. Yes. Now if I module not found. What? Oh, because of the okay, this is annoying. So I need to go into the folder. Right, if I'll run it like that. Okay, this is a bit annoying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess like I can write like a CLI that like does this, but yeah, it has become like a bit annoying. And like if they change the uh dir to work a bit differently, it's not going to work. Anyway, uh, so readme. So we are putting this thing in the readme. We are moding it, and we are running it, and all right. So that's for bun. Yeah. So the TypeScript one is going to be trickier because I also need Node.js one because like I will also need the like the YAML module, and I need to like install it somewhere. Okay. Right. So create a workflow module. Yeah, when it was just configuration, that was hmm. Yeah, I'm curious if here I should just do something like set out dir or something, right? That is like that is a call from CLI. Yeah, that source file thing that they're doing in the Kotlin. I don't like that, but that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Um, or it should be like another argument for this one, right? Okay, so let's give up an example a bit for now. So what if I'll say I have a file name, I can like here I can tell which I can do like a custom generator. Okay, anyway, so what if I'm doing import meta file name? What is the difference between file and file name? What's the Node.js? Import meta URL. Yeah, I think import meta URL is like the older one, right? Like that's the one that's more supported. I don't know how much I care about the right. So this is like 20, right? But the import meta URL. Okay, let's start there. Import meta URL node version. Available from node 10. Okay, yeah, so let's try to make that one work, I guess. URL. Yeah. So that's probably like a better API. Right. And if you want to rewrite it, yeah, so if you want to do like multiple ones, you are free to like to rewrite the import meta URL. Okay. So we want to call this one. Where is it? Where is it generating the files? Right. Okay. Uh. Okay. So. Oh, actually, like it doesn't enforce that it's. Hmm. Okay. Um. Right. So. Okay. So I wanna. Right. Does it have a name? Absolute URL. Does this feature kind of like have a name? Dot URL. Full URL of the module. Right. So maybe that's like module URL. Okay. So now we do now we do the base name. Right, and get rid of all of this. Maybe. Okay, I need to make sure that like it doesn't it doesn't actually output anything yet, because I'm going to like keep creating those files. Out file. Okay. Okay, the base name. Right. So I didn't change this, but right. What is base name? Last portion of the path. Right. Right. So I need the dir name. Right. I need the whatever it's called. Yeah, file. File path. Right. So I need to do this first. Then I need to take the output. Right. Right, so that gives me the folder. So I need to do join base name. This. But that will have the extra kind of like main.ts. So I need to do the, what is the opposite of x name? Return extensions of the path from the last dot. Right. Node.js, remove x name. What? Path.parse. Okay. Well, let's try path.parse. So now we have name, dir, root. Okay, let's try name. Right, so it still has the main in it, which I guess, can I parse this? So then I can do dir here and the name here and replace dot main at the end. Right, I don't need .js anymore. But I need this. Okay. So now it has the right name, and the idea is, and that file should exist. Yes. No. Why isn't it? Does it exist? Oh, because it doesn't have the workflows. Why doesn't it have workflows? Didn't we just had workflows? well, um, oh, because I'm doing dir name. Yeah, that's just wipe coded. Yeah, this one. This should exist. Yep. Okay, so join the join and join the join. Okay, that makes sense. Right. So now if I will kind of like override it somehow, right? I will get this, which is not what I wanted. Oh, because like it's like a longer extension now. Right. So what I can do is I can do new URL my thing .ts and something like this. Yeah, so now it's my thing. Right. Which doesn't feel like a doesn't feel like a data bit of API. It's not cool, but it works. And like importantly, like the shorthand works. And that's the part that matters. Okay. It also like will fail right away, I guess, if this doesn't work. Okay. Right, so now let's try to actually do it. So the out file. Right, so that's the out file path now. I don't need this. Okay. Okay, and we can tell if it works by doing something like this. And it should do the watch mode now without anything. Okay. Boilerplate. Okay. So now let's go to the README example and let's do it there as well. So this one's going to be workflow. Now we run the README. Permission denied. On run. Works fine. Okay. Where's the README? README generated. Yeah. Cool. I want to have like this a bit like more explicit API because this allows me to do stuff like I don't know a way prettier, right? Yeah. Okay. I should probably like move a bit quicker because I wanted to do more. Okay. So where are all the like the random files? Oh, they didn't show up here. But they show up here. I always like forget. I'm afraid to like remove those like special files because that's how you like you remove your like home folder. But just like removing tilde. um, okay, so yeah, so this is the README example. And let's put it in the README and let's see if it's any better. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I'm like thinking if I should like jump into like generators a bit earlier, so I can do the thing of like, oh, well, just run this command. It will like create files and whatnot, but like it always feels a bit wrong. Okay, so create a workflow module at blah blah blah. I should probably like rename it as well. And let's remove this one. And why can't you? Why can't you just work? Okay. Okay. So let's match the files. And let's say, or if you are using Node.js, it's basically the same thing, but just with the Node. I need to figure out what version of Node I need for this to work. Yeah. And YAML here, and everything else should be the same. Right. Okay. Okay. So now build. Right. So we don't need the build script anymore. It will work, but just like we don't need it. Right. So instead, what we want to do is like, there's also like install. Yeah. So we just need to install this one. For Node, we also need to install YAML. So now, right. So I want to do like the watch mode basically. Right. So it's right. Okay. So for okay. So we want to chmod the thing, and we want to run it. Or in watch mode like this. Build script Node.js is the same thing as this one. Okay. Okay, how is it reading? If using Bond, if using Node, quick start, create workflow, add the file when using Bond. I'm curious if I should create like both of them, just like do example Bond, example Node, and then I can like run them. Yeah, then I can have them in the README and stuff, right? So example Bond, example Node. So the Node one, this is on it. So the Node one is going to be YAML from this, right? So, oh no, that's the that's the Node one. So just go back to where it was Bond. Okay, so this one is YAML, this one is Bond. So now I need to run both of them. Git, where's example? No, not watch. Are they not chmoded? Okay, so now I will just run both. Okay. Cannot find package imported. Oh. Well, kind sir, that's annoying that you can't find it. Um. Uh, I can like just use relative imports, I guess. Okay. Well, this is annoying. Um. Yeah. Let's just use the relative imports for now. Oh. Well. Is it deeper? No. Works. Wait. Which one's failing? Yeah, this one's working. It's no. Cannot find module workflow types. Why can't you find module? Not frog. Oh, okay. What is my node version? Okay, that's good enough. Should it be JS? Okay, well, that's no fun. Okay, we'll figure it out later. Okay. Uh, yeah. So, okay. So this one we're going to call Bon. And this one we're going to call okay. Example node. Okay, so now build script for Bon is this, and watch mode is this, and this one is this. So like both, if you just like accidentally follow both instructions, they both should work. Okay. So yes. So now the tricky part is how do you run all the files, right? So if I just run, I was trying to run this, but can I just run something like this? Will that work? Oh, it just picks the first one. Okay, that's not fun. Uh, 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 will watch mode work with a star? Right, it's only one file again. Why? Why though? Okay, right. So my problem now is that not like kind of like enforcing this anyway. Okay, so let me go and like remove all the generated YAML files, right? So now if I run mis run build, right, it will create 4 files, but the file that we just converted, right, it's not there. So I need to run it manually. and then the file is there. Okay, so I guess in my mies, right, where I'm running the build file, this is no longer enough. So in my build script, I also basically need to do I need to find all the files and I need to run them. I can run them as a shell, or I can run them as a script, just like importing them. So can I? Right. So can I import workflow JJ, right? So like if I do this, okay, it did create the file. Okay, so now let's remove again. Oh, I actually have like the clean, I think. Clear, right? Okay, so now I can do build, clear, build. Okay, so is that good enough? Can I just tell people to have a file that imports all these steps and just run that? It's not bad, but it's not great. And also, it's not super clear what exactly should be happening with like README. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay. So let's just try it, I guess. Oh yeah, I didn't do the examples. Well, the examples will work from Bon, I'm presuming, right? So if it's this, yeah, it only doesn't work in Node. This is annoying. Uh, I also am curious if I need to call out the like that thing. Um, okay. I also am not doing anything special about like the .main extension, right? I'm like removing it when we uh, I'm removing them when I'm generating like the output file name, but like it doesn't do anything like super special. Okay. I like how little magic we have. It's like generate workflow, that's the workflow, that's the stringifier, that's the file. It I can kind of like remove this, right? And it goes to the old one, the old style, and I can add this and it goes to the to the new style. I don't know if I want to like support both of them all at the same time, but yeah. Uh, so okay, what is CLI? Okay, CLI is that's for our command. Okay, I'm curious if I need to rewrite like any tests yet. Well, I guess like I should add the test for this. Okay, so let's do git push origin. Uh, what is it going to be? Like a self build. Okay. Oh, why is it incognito? Did I press like some special button to open it in incognito? For some reason, like on this computer, like I have so many things that are like just like randomly broken. Oh, yeah. It has to be GHPR create. Oh yeah, sure. For this one. What is going on? What? Oh, it doesn't have the. Okay, I thought I'm making my life like easier by not creating a branch, but I was wrong. Let's keep pushing the branch. Why opening it in incognito? What is? In case if I need this, like how do I do that? Oh, did it push main? Well, just perfect. Okay. Right. So, okay, we don't need the pickle stuff. So, where is it? A minute ago. Uh, Wait, did it not push? I'm so confused. Okay, push to main. Add alternatives. Oh, well, we didn't commit anything. Okay, that makes sense. That makes so much sense. Okay. What is it going to be? The implement self-building workflows like cognitive. Okay, so now I want to push the branch and I want to create for some reason an incognito. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's the build. That's the examples. Right, and move the files. Okay. So now let's look at the runtime. Okay, something failed. Oh, interesting. Oh, it failed because we have less files now. Right. That's fine. It's an easy fix. Okay. Everything else presumably worked just fine. I'm not seeing a lot of like runs. Okay. Yeah. The thing that is missing right now is that the how do I say it? The thing that is missing right now is that I don't tell you how to run like all of them, right? Like in case if you need all of them, like I have the build script, but like you don't have it. Because like that watch command and whatnot, right? Like that's only for one file. How do you do it for multiple files? And also the Node.js stuff is broken. Well, somewhat, right? It should work. Yeah. Okay. Checks. All the checks are green. Yeah. The only thing why I don't want to merge this PR is that because the README is only showing the new stuff. Right, and examples don't match the thing. Okay. All right. What would it take to make the node one work? I think that's the question. Well, right now it's not published, so I can't test it just outside. I'm curious if I should just like revert README. Okay, so that's the existing README. That's the new one. Yeah, should I just commit? Should I just try it? Okay. Yeah. Let's just do it. I also need to figure out the release thing. I'm already like 2 hours in, so it's not going to be happening today. But okay. Okay. So now I want to also no wipe coding today. I was expected to do some wipe coding, but I didn't. So what I need to do right now is I need to push it because otherwise all the examples are not going to work. And for that one, I don't have like a good way of doing it yet. I basically need to. Oh, and I actually wanted to update the contributing thing. So yeah, all of that is good. Uh, right. Uh, so yeah, so I need to set new version in GSR. And push, which is something I can write a script for, I'm guessing. Right. So that should trigger publish to GSR. And I didn't do publish to node yet. And I'm like also like kind of like confused how to do that. They have their own like new like token based thing, which I which I didn't look into yet. yes. So once I pushed it, I can create a new release. And for that one, I need to create a new tag, which is again just a matter of time while before I mess something up. Okay, so how's it going? Where's my JSR? Publish. Okay, looks like it published. We can go to JSR and take a look-see. Yeah, so version 4 with the new README. That's good because the old README was it was like a bit outdated and whatnot. Okay, so now I can create a release, and I wonder if maybe like part of the release pipeline I can do this thing. So I created the script. What it does, it clones latest JSR, and then I hope this one is not going to open in the incognito. No, I'm not signed in anyway. Okay. I don't know if that password is still valid. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now what? But you just what? I think it just got cached or something. Yeah. um yeah, so what I do is I will create a temporary folder. I will pull out the GJSR version of the package because that's already, I will pull it out in Node or Bun, right? So that version, it has compiled JavaScript files in it, and I will just republish the JavaScript version, which is like a fun way of doing it. And I should just like do it on CI, but like I'm not doing it. Anyway, so I also have this step that is like running the published packages. So like I need to like rerun it because I just published the package, which is again annoying. Like all of the steps involved here. Okay. We have did things. We have not did all the things, but we did things. I kind of I want to see if I was like complaining that we didn't wipe code yet. So if I switch to the cloud thing, and if I just say, apply the changes from to the rest of the examples, to the rest of the workflows. I'm curious if it's going to be able to do it. I'm like following how Cursor is like improving their keyboard support, and it's not fun. Okay, so right, so it's going to look at the source. Well, I guess while it's running, this is going to be like 5 minutes of like a Claude Haiku review. So I've been playing with it. I've been like struggling to find a project where it can like do anything because it's like it is really stupid, and it's all the Claude things, right? It's like, oh, you're absolutely right, and it's like, oh, let me remove that test so like it doesn't fail. But also like some of the haiku specific stuff where it's just like it will run out of context, it will do kind of like this and that and the other thing. Did it update build, by the way? Yeah, interesting. Okay, what is it going to do? Can find command bond. Oh no. Oh no, my oh, interesting. Continue. Okay. I ran it. Okay. I don't want to like debug why like the bash is broken. It was broken before in macOS. It was like using like a wrong shell for some reason just inside of VS Code or like cursor. So I guess I just like didn't fix it on this file. But yeah, someone need to like get a keyboard at cursors. Just like anyway, I was talking about haiku. So I couldn't find like anything that was like on the scale that haiku can understand. I usually have like trouble with that a lot with my stuff. Is like it's so kind of like esoteric that like it barely works. Even like with like bigger models. So yeah. Okay. It like did the thing. Clean up, build GS. Is this like .NET Aspire for JS Infra? I don't know what is .NET Aspire. Aspire provides tools, observable, distributed, blah blah blah. Builder. Okay, so this kind of looks like SST or like Pulumi, right? So the Pulumi is like for like AWS stuff. You can say like, oh, I want a bucket. And it's like, sure, here's a bucket, right? And you're writing it in like whatever, including C#. And I think SST does some of that stuff, right? It's like, oh, create me a service. So it's not exactly that, but yeah, it's interesting that infrastructure as a code. Yeah. It is a lot of that. Right. So we don't need this old thing anymore. Okay. So that's the problem with vibe coding. You get distracted all the time. Okay. So switch all workspaces to, or sorry, workflows to new pattern. Okay. And I think we also, or we need to, where is it, like check if we are still using it for examples. Yeah, so that's the vibe coding, right? Trying to do two things at the same time. Okay, so three things that I'm doing at the same time. I'm trying to vibe code. I'm trying to no examples. And try to do like a Claude haiku review. Yeah, I removed the reference. This is exactly the review. The Claude haiku will always do the easy thing and will not try to do the right thing. Okay, this is crazy. Check tests as well, and add tests for new patterns from README. So I was struggling to find this task that was like scoped properly for Haiku. When I found it, it was like very cool to run with this speed of just like, oh, do this and it's done, do this, it's done, right? So it was very cool, but it was very short. Like I quickly exhausted everything that's yeah, but you can't run Bon. You forgot that you can't run Bon. Oh yeah, Mies will probably work. No, Mies doesn't work as well. Use bash shell. So it is fun. Like I kind of like enjoy the I kind of like enjoy going with the speed. I know that like a lot of people use like grok or whatever. I don't remember which of the groks, but there's like a fast grok somewhere. Um uh Run Bon inside of the bash shell. Okay, I think it's giving up. Yeah, so it was cool. It was like fast, but I quickly did whatever it could do. So uh, you have more time to try to like prompt engineer, and I would say prompt engineering didn't work in like my experience. What worked was just restarting. It was just like, well, let me just like once it stuck like this, just like try to not worry about it. It's just like, yeah, that's too late. It's like too far gone. Uh, uh, Try run test. But yeah, for the stuff that it works, and I was like having like a pretty fun time with it. But then again, it's like how do you find the when it works? I know that like some people are doing the um uh some people are doing the kind of like multi-agent, right? Like you have a smart agent that is like running a bunch of like smaller ones and whatnot. I never kind of like figured out how to do that, so maybe that's like something that like I need to kind of like unlock for me, right? That is like, oh, uh, let kind of like GPT-5 plan and let Claude run, and if it does something wrong, GPT will like figure out how to like restart it. I'm like a bit skeptical, but yeah. So like you have more time to kind of like work on your prompts because like the code is generated faster, but it's still a problem of like yeah. If I can get GPT-5 at the speed of Haiku, that would be fun. That would be kind of like a bit of like a new workflow, because right now for the stuff that I'm doing, like it needs to think for so long that it's like, oh, like I will need to run like kind of like two or three of them kind of like at the same time before it makes sense. So that has been Haiku. Yeah. So sorry for the sorry for the slow kind of like turnaround on the chats. Yeah. So what we are doing, it is kind of like infrastructure of the code, right? The idea is that like you can author all of your workflows in TypeScript. Right? You can say like, oh, I have a workflow. It runs on like this thing, and that could be like a constant, right? So like if you have like a specific runner that you use like everywhere and whatnot. Here is like reusable steps, because it is like tricky to reuse steps, because if you want to use like local actions, you need to uh, kind of like check out the repo first and then like call out the local action. And oh, there's spam again. Where are they getting them? Okay, so uh, I kind of like try to use local actions for this. It is tricky to kind of like create an action for like every things like this. Is like, oh, do two things, do three things, do sometimes like this things and sometimes that thing. It's like you don't have the type safety, you don't have like anything, right? It's like, well, it's just like, well, I just hope that I can like be finished with the YAML stuff before it blows up, but there, you don't have kind of like any tools. Here you have like the autocomplete and all that stuff, and the part that like I've been refactoring today is like this part, right? So like now this script is kind of like self-contained. That is like how the how where is it? That's how this like Kotlin stuff is doing it. Um, they are doing kind of like a bit more checks and whatnot. But yeah, like they are doing the same idea of like, well, just have the executable thing, right? And it will do everything. And theirs is a bit more magical. I don't need that magic. I don't want that magic. So yeah, I wanna like kind of like keep it like I have it right now. Um, but yeah, uh, I will need to spruce this thing up a bit so like it looks a bit fancier. It is like funny. I was like asking GPT to like, oh, like search for all the alternatives and all that stuff because like I have it here. It's like it will like go and like click around and like see the like examples. And the good thing for me, it was also like reading a lot of the like the docs and articles and whatnot, which was like pretty interesting to kind of like to look at. But yeah, it was like, oh yeah, the GHA like TS, it looks promising, but like it's version 0 and all that stuff. So it's like it has a lot of the bias against the state of the repo right now. But yeah, the part that I don't like is that I have to like kind of like jump up and down between like Bon and Node. This is always the thing is like, oh, I can do kind of like JSR, but just in case I also need to do npm. And it's like, yes, I can do no Bond, but I also need to like support Node, and it's like annoying. I'm also curious to figure out what version of Node I need to make this work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create just like a new shell, and I'm just going to try to follow the instructions. Right? So it's like if you're using Node, it's like, oh yeah, that's me. I'm using Node. Uh, did it work? I think it did. It did. Okay, so I installed the thing. Is this going to show me the version? No, that's yeah 04. That's the latest one. So now we're going to create the file. Right. So we created the file. It's going to probably yell at, oh, the wrong one. Okay, well, good thing that we caught it. Um, then I need to like republish it to update the readmes. Oh no. Okay, so we had to change the import. I need to write that down. Oops. Okay. To do. Okay. So we had to change the import. Now we created the file and it's add the thing and run the thing. Okay. Module type is not specified, blah blah blah. I'm curious if I'm like running old version of Node or something. No, I'm not. Module type is not specified. Okay, but like it looks like it's working, and again, that's more like a you problem than me problem. Okay. Right. So .github generated in the main. Okay. Do not modify was generated. Okay. So I think it worked. We'll need to update the thing. We don't have instructions how to kind of like run multiple of them. I almost thinking, can we just like point them to the build.ts and say like, oh yeah, just do that. Okay. Okay. Let's do the thing, and that will be it for today. Okay. So. Yeah. So we'll need to figure out what to do with the tests. Okay. So let's go to README. So we want to find everything that we might have that is using this syntax. I only have it in README. That's good. And now examples, additional examples and examples. Once you have more than one file, you can do something like if you want to rebuild multiple workflows at once, you can write a simple script to do so. For example, look at the we use in this repo. Okay, I think that's like good enough. Like it shows what is happening. Okay. So switch all the things. It didn't do the examples. So example this. Okay. Convert to the new pattern similar to existing workflows in .github. Okay, so let's hope that this is enough. And then we need to fix tests, I think. Find if we have anything else left. Okay, found it. I like the they can like do this, and it's like I'm done. Okay, so just run. Oh, it's not mean test, it's mean run test. Stop. I wish I could use keyboard for this. Okay. There are failures because the tests are still trying to import, blah, blah, blah. Yes, do it. Oh, it's just going to export that. It's not a bad idea. That's breaking the test a bit, but Yeah, generate CLI. That's like a. That's even like a that one using even like the previous way of how writing it. So should probably clean it up at some point. Okay, test pass, blah blah blah. It added generated files, which I don't want to have in the repo. Which is a bit annoying. Can I add them to gitignore or something? Right, so we redid tests and right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I don't have the test. The one that we just did, kind of like in the folder. I don't have that in CI yet. That like tests published versions. And I don't know if it's like haiku level. Redo examples. Fix YAML import in README. Okay, I think we are done. Right. Rest. I don't know. We need the create BR. Otherwise, it creates it in the wrong repo. Okay, so the idea here is fix README, redo all workflows to the new pattern. Okay. I will try to do the thing. Oh, failed right away. Why is it failing right away? No GitHub Actions workflow found. Okay, what does that mean? Oh, right, because it's using the wrong. Yeah. Okay, well, that sounds like a good idea. Update that workflow to use the new approach. Yeah, I don't know if it will be able to run like all the commands correctly and whatnot. So that's a bit of an annoying thing. Okay, I've been going for like too long. I wanna figure out how I can end this. So fun idea. I'm still not super clear on the implementation. The big thing that is like kind of like missing, that's the use miss what is it? So miss x bond test help, right? So Okay, so use the shell is blowing up, so like I don't know how to help it. I think you can just do this. Yes. Okay. So, and again, like vibe coding, constantly interrupting. So, I want to figure out kind of like the um the bootstrapping of it. I like the manual way, but because it shows kind of like how it works. But the like running some sort of CLI or like dig it even, right? Would be faster. Um, doesn't know how to build it. Did it miss X or something? All right, it's searching for how to build the workflows. Yeah. Okay. So all the workflows. Yeah, but that's not what I asked at all. Cool. Try. Okay. Will it understand what I mean? Yes. And this is the thing that I like about like Mies is that Mies is like a cool um it's a cool level where it's like it's better than kind of like package.json. So I can express like a pretty complicated like scripts in it, but on CI I can just like check out install Mies and run this command. So all the CI steps are actually becoming like shorter just because like I just do more stuff in Mies and then I don't have to do the YAML stuff. So the biggest unlock from all of this is not even the okay. I think it's not going the right direction. It's like trying to okay. Validate. Okay. Let's actually rewrite this part. Okay. Too many things with vibe coding. If it was GPT-5, it would have still been running, so I had some time to talk. So I like Mies. Out of this experiment is like I was like, oh, can I do better like JHA actions? And it's like, oh, I can use Pickle to install Pickle. I need to use Mies. I'm like thinking now is like I should just do more stuff in Mies, and just like that will make my YAML files easier, so I don't have to worry about as much, right? Like if I had a like Mies run publish to prod, right? And it's like, and then I don't have to worry about CI as much. So yeah, I don't know if that will work out as well, but yeah, it's just a thing. Yeah, it doesn't go nearly like close to any of the stuff that I wanted, but oh no, nope, not even close. Repeat the readme for inspiration of the script content. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will probably have to do this manually. Vibe coding probably doesn't work for this scale, but maybe it does. Who knows? I don't like GitHub Actions. I like Mies, and I will see if I can like find a way to write GitHub Actions in TypeScript that is like not annoying. That's the promise. And yeah, I need to figure out what kind of like stuff I need for like a 0.1 release, and what kind of stuff I need for some sort of like like a 1 release. Yeah, so if you have any ideas like that, can like drop them in the comments. I was like aiming for like an hour stream, and it has been like 2.5 hours. So oops. Maybe I will do better next time. Yeah, thank you everyone who joined, and